Welcome to this video on the AutoSys OpenSSH solution. Hi, I am Alex and I run batch operations for a platform team at a large enterprise. Our critical remote work lives in shell scripts spread across dozens of servers. Each task is simple alone, but chained across machines they break. A script pulls log files before the job that writes them finishes. A deployment runs before its backup completes elsewhere. By morning, the chain is broken with no record of what ran or where, and our last audit found credentials stored in plain text. It works, but it's fragile, it won't scale, and it won't pass governance. This is where AutoSys comes in with its OpenSSH job type. It turns every remote command, script, and file transfer into a first-class job in the schedule we already run. So now my log pull waits for the job that writes the logs, and my deployment waits for the backup to finish on the other machines, because these are standard AutoSys jobs with the same alerting and audit trails as every other workload, and my credentials no longer live in scripts. They sit in a security profile, defined a single time and reused across every server. The result is that remote work that runs in order scales across every server and stands up to an audit. Fragile scripts turned into governed jobs at enterprise scale. With the OpenSSH job type in AutoSys, I can run a shell command on the remote server and capture its output, upload a script or executable and run it on the server, download a file from the remote server, upload a file to the remote server. So how does one of my jobs actually run? Behind it, three pieces work together: the AutoSys scheduler, the system agent, and the remote server running an OpenSSH service. It begins with the AutoSys scheduler, which submits an OpenSSH job to the system agent on schedule and in dependency order. From there, the system agent takes over. The system agent opens a secure SSH connection to the remote server, using the connection profile details and authenticating with the credentials from the security profile. Once the connection is live, it carries out the operation defined in the job. When the job is complete, the system agent captures the output and exit status, result of any transfer. It sets the job status to success or failure, stores the output in the job spool file for monitoring and auditing, and reports back to the AutoSys scheduler. The AutoSys scheduler acknowledges it and triggers any dependent job. Did you notice where everything lives? The connection details sit in the connection profile and the credentials in a security profile. Each profile can be defined once and reused across jobs. Only the operation itself lives in the job, which is how I keep my credentials out of them. Before I can use the job type, it has to be in place. Let's start by checking whether the OpenSSH job type is already bundled with my version of AutoSys. If it is bundled, let's navigate to the agent install directory and run the plugin installer command against the add-ons configuration file. I'm now ready to define a job. If it isn't, I can install it myself, and it all comes from one download: the OpenSSH job type package from Support Portal. Let's extract it to a temporary folder, and we will find two folders inside: an agents folder with the file the system agent needs, and an AutoSys folder with the server and web UI metadata. From there, let's install it in three places. 1. On the system agent, let's back up the jars folder somewhere safe, then navigate to the system agent's install directory and stop the agent. Let's run plugin installer command against the downloaded CFG file, then bring the agent back up. 2. On the AutoSys server, let's open the AutoSys folder from the extracted package and unzip the AutoSys engine job type archive into a temporary folder. Let's make the installer executable on Linux/AIX. Then let's run the installer, passing my database details, and restart the AutoSys services. 3. And in the web UI, Let's open the same AutoSys folder and unzip the AutoSys WebUI job type archive into a temporary folder. Let's set the object mode variable. Run the dynamic object type utility with my EEM user, password, and the job type import file. On 24.0 and above, run the utility a second time with plugin.txt. With that, the OpenSSH job type is available everywhere I need it, and I'm ready to define my first job. Now let me show you how to use it. In the AutoSys Web UI, let's click Create Object and pick the OpenSSH job type. On the Create section, let's give the job a unique name, choose the machine it will run on, and add a short description. OpenSSH tab is where the real setup happens. Let's point the job at my OpenSSH connection profile and security profile, and from the operation dropdown, select the Run command. Let's enter the command to run on the remote host. Where a run needs a prepared environment, I can point it at a profile file on the agent or the remote server to set that up first. A few optional controls let me cap the output size, set a command timeout, and choose the spool log level. Then let's save the job and start it. AutoSys opens the secure connection, runs the command, and reports back. On the job summary, the run turns green with a status of success. Opening the spool file shows the OpenSSH settings used, along with the output the command returned, captured from the remote server. This time, let's choose the upload operation. Everything is pre-populated on the Create section. Let's give the job the local file along with the path to place it on the remote server. Let's set a few more properties along the way. The file permissions for what I upload, 755 to grant the owner read, write, and execute permission, along with the file owner and file group. Then let's pick the spool level and save the job. Before starting the job, let's switch to the remote server to confirm the file isn't there yet. Now let's go back to AutoSys and start the job. AutoSys moves the file over the same secure connection and reports back. On the job summary, the run turns green with a status of success. Back on the remote server, the file has arrived exactly where I sent it. That is the difference. The scattered scripts I started with are now first-class jobs in our schedule. Encrypted, coordinated, and audited, with my credentials secured in one place. Now that same work runs in order and I can see exactly what ran, where, and with what result. With AutoSys and OpenSSH, secure remote operations are just part of how we schedule work every day. Thank you for watching.